So we got a few recipes. Well, one of them's not really a recipe, but that we're gonna make today, and I figured we might as well go ahead and record it. So we're gonna make butter, super simple, but I'm gonna show, just in case, if you're not acquaintances or friends with Stevie, I actually got this recipe from her on her Instagram, and it is what got me back into the kitchen and got me back into the mood to be cooking quite a bit. So I'm gonna make that, but what I was trying to get at there, if you don't know Stevie, you need to know Stevie. So I will link her video down below. I think pretty sure she made butter in a video, but nonetheless I will link her down below so that you can go check her out. But we're gonna make that butter recipe, and then we're going to make scones. My friend Erin told me on my last cooking video, the Amish biscuit recipe, that she made scones, and I've never made scones, and I was already thinking about it, so she sent me the recipe that she uses. That will also be in the description box, as well as we're going to do Instapot red beans and rice. Finally, what's it been? A month, maybe 2. We're finally going to try that, and I found an Instapot recipe, so we're going to go with that one. So, just in case, I think this is already going to be a forever long video, we're just going to go ahead and jump straight in here. Okay, so for the recipe, it's super simple. All you need is, you don't have to have a hand mixer. Stevie said you can just put it in a mason jar and shake it, but we have a hand mixer. We're going to use, we have a stand mixer. You need a stand mixer. I guess you could use a hand mixer too. But we're going to use our KitchenAid, and you need some heavy whipping cream. I was going to get the more expensive one at Walmart, the Land O'Lakes or something. I know that they're supposed to have a organic one, like New Horizons or something like that. The Walmart we went to didn't have it, and I looked at the ingredients, and this one actually has less carcinogen, you know, the bad stuff in it. And so I was just like, I'm just gonna get this. So I got this, and you will need a towel if you're going to use a mixer, hand mixer, whatever, because it gets messy. And I'm going to go ahead and just add salt straight to the mixture this time. I didn't last time. I just added it last minute. So you just pour all of this into the mixer. So pretty. And then I am just going to go ahead and add about half of a teaspoon of salt to it. And you're going to want to start it slowly because, well, it's liquid. So okay, so we've got it to the point where it's starting to come together. It looks like it went bad. It looks like clabbered milk. But we're gonna go ahead and push down the sides here. Now it's gonna get messy in a minute, and we're gonna have to put a towel over the top. I don't have one of those little fancy covers. I need one. I borrowed one from my sister-in-law once when I was making a cake, and I was just like, that's neat, but it's not worth it. But now with making butter, it's worth it. So I'll probably end up buying one of those eventually, but you know, towels are free, so again, maybe I won't. But we got the sides. I don't know if you can see the texture. Honestly, I don't know what you're seeing. Let's see here. What are you seeing? Okay, you can see the texture is really, can you see? There we go. The texture is really crumbly. It's almost like ricotta cheese. So we're just gonna turn it back on and let it finish its business. Okay, so this is what we're working with now. Looking good. I had it turned up a little bit too high, I think, because it made a bigger mess this time than it did last time. But that's fine. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna get out what we can of this. I think it's done though. Yep. So we're gonna drain it. We will keep the milk because that is just now buttermilk. So we're gonna go ahead and get this finished up, and then we'll put it in a container. Now Stevie said to use cheesecloth to do this. I don't have none. And last time I was too impatient to wait. So I just used my hands and it worked pretty good. I mean, I didn't, the butter was fine to me, so. Yeah, it was like coffee.
Yeah.
So, I just done the same thing this time. I seen cheesecloth at Walmart this weekend, but I just like, I can use my hands. I've done it before, so. So we're going to put our butter, if it'll all fit, what will fit anyways, into this pretty little, it's called a butter crock. The company smeese, I guess that's how you say it, they reached out to me and asked if I would want to sort of collaborate with them and them send me a product. And when I was looking at their products to see if there's anything there that I would be interested in, I realized that I already had some of their bowls. What? Oh, did you holler at me? These are actually the same brand. It's a 6-pack, I think. I just grabbed 2 to show you. But I really like these. These are some of our favorites. So, yeah. But they sent me this for free. I bought these with my own money. But it is a little butter crock. You fill this up with butter. Then you fill this up with water, and it helps keep it fresh. So, but this was pretty cool. I actually was going to buy a butter container more like this because the one that I have is for a stick of butter, and where I've been making it homemade, I needed something more like this. So it's super cute. It will actually even, you see it sort of, it actually just will, if you want to use it for like dinner, just take it out and sit it up and it sits perfectly fine. So super cute. But I don't know what I was saying, my battery went dead. I will link this down below, as well as these bowls if they're still on Amazon. I'm pretty sure they are. That's what I'm saying. So, but it said that it can't have air bubbles in it. So the butter is hard. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in here. I think it looks so good.
See that homemade?
Yeah. It's definitely not, I think I touched my camera on accident. So, I'm gonna put this in here. Pepe! Oh, the trash man came and got the recyclables, so made the dog go crazy. Yeah, we're gonna have too much just to fit in here, so I'll just make a stick of butter. It won't fit. Not just like your brother. And for a minute I thought he had somehow got in the house.
Howie.
I think the entire bit of footage was blurry, and if it was, I'm sorry, but this is it. Perfectly buttery butter. So now you're supposed to fill this up with cold water. There's a line inside of it, and you just look at it. No, just believe me, it's there. You're supposed to fill it up to that line with cold water, and then when you put it in here, do I have a head or no? Okay, so we filled it up to that line with water, and now you just put it in here. It is to help the butter stay fresh. So that is it. They also had a whole bunch of different colors in this. They had both of these colors in it. And I thought about actually getting this teal color because I really like it lately. But for the most part, my kitchen is buffalo plaid with a hint of red, so I just went ahead and went with this one. But John puts, well, I put butter in John's coffee every single morning. So that's what he has. He has black coffee with butter. Is that still considered black coffee? It is to me. So we got the butter made. We're gonna go ahead and, oh baby. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and, I guess, make this into a stick, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started on the scones. So let's go.
The fields of our past, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107 days, but recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer. Ooh, we can see so clear. Ooh, we can see so clear. Shades of gray, living day to day. Even when we're free, it's true. The difference is the same. The colors always change, but the song is the same now. In June, lifting us higher. See so clear. Ooh, we can see so clear. Ooh, we can see so clear. Ooh.
Okay, so we're about to start making the scones. Moments like right now are when I wish I had two things. One, an extra camera, and two, a bar. I almost forgot the second one. Somebody should have told me a couple years ago when we redone the floors and I took out the bar that I would be starting YouTube and I would want the bar. Granted, I probably wouldn't believe them and would have took it out anyways, but yeah, I hated the little L-shaped bar that was here, but now I really wish we had one. So we're gonna work with what we got, and what we got is a kitchen table, and one camera and a phone. So we're going to just stir up the ingredients. These are super simple. Erin said they're good. I'm gonna take her word for it, but we're going to make that. But instead of the semi-sweet chocolate chips that the recipe calls for, I had found these. If you watch our grocery hauls, you would have seen them. But they are mini chocolate chips, and it's dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and vanilla. So I figured these would be fun in the Scones. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump straight in here. And how did he get outside? Oh, when Lily got the mail. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight in here. The oven's already preheated and we're ready to go. I'm making scones.
I'm recording this right now.
Yeah.
You got really nice colors though.
How much do you want? Right there?
Yeah.
Here you go, Bubba. Okay, so we need 2 cups of Bisquick. Now, I don't have real Bisquick. I just bought this Great Value, which is pretty much the same thing, but it's the first time I've ever bought this off-brand. I'm usually just stick with Bisquick, but I saw somebody else get this same one, and so I figured we would give it a try. So, whoops. Well, that's what we're doing. And then we need to add the chocolate chips, which we need a half of a cup of. Look at how pretty they are. Alright guys, and when I pulled the chocolate chips back, I messed up the focus of this video and did not even notice it through this whole entire process. So I'm just going to super speed this, keep it in here simply because it was, you know, a big part of the video. Rookie mistake, even though I don't think I'm a rookie anymore, but it is what it is. There was no taking back, no, you know, no redos. So we're just going with it, and I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll remember. See, I told you I needed 2 cameras. If I had 2 cameras, this wouldn't be as big of a deal. I definitely need to buy another camera. So we're just going to go through this a little bit here, and then we will pick back up when the focus comes back. Now these are going to go into the oven for, how long are we cooking? For 12 minutes, and we will see what they look like. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on the red beans and rice. Now, one reason I've been putting this off so long is because I was intimidated by the recipe. I don't know why. It was just something about having to make beans and rice. I don't know. They're both hard to cook. Not really, but they take a while. So I was kind of put off with it, and then I was like, just see if there's an Instapot recipe, because, well, here lately there's an Instapot recipe for everything, and sure enough, there was. So what we're gonna do is make it in the Instapot. So we have to turn it on to saute and on high. Where are we at? Anybody know what to do? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and let that be getting started while we chop up our sausage. Now I am using this because it's what I got at the store. So we're using this. To cut it up into like bite-sized pieces. So it is what it is. We make it work. All right, I don't know how much oil I need. Hello, sir, where are you? Okay, a tablespoon. So it says olive oil. We're just going to use grapeseed oil because I don't have olive oil. So a tablespoon of that. Okay, you might need a lid. Getting ahead of myself. They look so good. Yum. Alright, so it says it's hot. I can find a doohickey. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in the sausage. I didn't take into account how much sausage I was putting in it. It is what it is. So we're going to just brown this up, and while we brown this up, we're going to cut up our green bell pepper and our onion. And I didn't read, the rice isn't in here with the red beans, which is fine. I will just put the rice in a pan on the stove top while this is cooking, and we will be set. So we got that. We're supposed to put some thyme in here. So what else do we need? We need 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm just going to put about that. Way too much probably. It is what it is. Just a little bit of salt. I'm assuming I don't need much because of those sausages. And then we're going to find our spicy seasoning here from Tasty Touch. I still have not taken off the paper. So how much is this? 2 teaspoons. So we're just going to do about 1 of that. Probably shouldn't even added the salt, but it'll be okay. I won't salt the rice just in case. Okay, and then now just add in the beans here. I cleaned the beans. You don't have to pre-soak them here, but I cleaned the beans, made sure there wasn't no rocks or anything in them, and all right, now we're going to put the lid on it. I don't know if I was supposed to switch it to beans, but I did anyways. They said to cook the entire recipe for 60 minutes, so I'm going to turn this on to 40, simply because we only have half the recipe. So, and while that is going, we will also just go ahead, I'm not going to share it, but this is like my fancy rice keeper. It is a old coffee creamer container, but too close. But we're just going to take this and cook it on the stove top. This is either jasmine rice or long grain, I don't remember. So yeah, we're going to do that. I have to finish this. I have switched to, for the few of you that care, I quit doing keto, but I have been doing like calorie counting. Not really macro counting, but just making sure I hit enough protein. And I was kind of concerned about the amount of calories the diet has me on, but I was speaking to my advisor. It's through First Form app, but he told me just to trust the process and, you know, do it. So I'm trying to trust the process and I'm trying to do it, but I eat or drink whatever I intake anyways, 120 to 130 grams of protein a day, and it is really hard to eat as much as I need. So I never thought that I would say that. But I've been trying to really hit that protein go, and so we're sipping on this. We're gonna finish up, get this rice going, and yeah, I don't know. So I'm hoping it's good. It smells good already, just the sausage and the vegetables mixed. So I'm gonna clean up this mess, and we will pick you up when the red beans is done. So cross your fingers. Okay, so the scones are finished. We're gonna try it. This is like half of one, so half of a half, right? Half of a, no, this is a half. Anyways, the light in here is terrible now. Try this. You could have sat up, you know, but whatever.
What
do you think?
It means it's okay.
Halfway?
Yeah.
I think it's good. You're not a big fan of chocolate chips, sorry.
What is this?
It's a scone. Are you gonna eat it?
I'm done. Tastes good.
Want me to make them next time with berries or something instead? I'm thinking about making birthday cake flavored, but you didn't like the birthday cake chips, did you? Weirdo. Okay, Lily just thought it was okay. She's not a fan of like chocolate chips or anything, but I think it's really good. I think it'd be good with like dried blueberries or something. Can you buy dried blueberries? I don't know. I think it'd be really good with like fruit though. But it is good. So the other food's still not done yet. The beans has 20 minutes left. The rice probably has 10 minutes, 5, 10. But yeah, I'm also going to make some cornbread, just some, I think it's Jiffy, just because I already got a box in there. Alright guys, and that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time. Bye guys.